And I am live. Welcome. This is my first live anything, so excuse me for any odd awkwardness and any weird or bizarre sounds you may hear coming from my house. From my daughter upstairs. She's playing Fortnite, Roblox, one of them games where she be yelling all the time. But I realized that during my process of establishing Prevail, establishing the brand, and figuring out how to actually press clothing and what type of garments to buy and sourcing products and just all the things that go into building a brand, I realized that I didn't take much video, barely any video. So I wanted to take this opportunity with you all today to show you behind the scenes what goes into actually pressing the logo. This logo is the bold, Prevail Bold logo, onto 3 different tie-dye shirts that have been custom tie-dyed in-house by yours truly. So I hope that you all are entertained by how awkward this is for me. But hey, let's go. So we got our heat press. It's already preheated to the temperature that it needs to be for this type of press and transfer that we're using. I'm just gonna cut it because these are 2, obviously, right? So, got these handy grid lines on the back. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just gonna cut this bad boy right down the middle. Y'all still with me? All right. This is actually kind of funny. I know I'm gonna look back on this and laugh at how awkward and embarrassing this is, but be that as it may, everyone's got to start somewhere. All right, so we've got 2. As I said, we're gonna do 3 shirts, so one more. I should have done this in advance, but oh well, y'all will live. Yes, Prevail Lifestyle Brand. We custom design, create, manufacture all of our own clothing. And by we, I primarily mean me, one woman show. But no complaints over here. I'm enjoying the journey and the process. Alright, so first of all, this is a reverse tie-dye or a bleach tie-dye shirt. And I'm going to thread the shirt underneath the heat press or onto the heat press. And it is upside down, obviously. Heated at about 355 degrees. And what I'm doing right now is just doing an initial press to get out any moisture that may be in the shirt that will affect the adhesiveness of the transfer to the garment. So just for a few seconds. That's about good. All right. And it helps get the wrinkles out too. Spin that bad boy right back around. All right, so it's going to be, the transfer is going to be center front of the shirt, so that's what I just pre-pressed to get the wrinkles and any moisture out. Now we're going to measure, hope y'all can still see me, measure the appropriate distance from the neckline to where the transfer should be for it to be symmetrical and center placed on the shirt. Let's see, this is a size medium. Gonna do about 3.5 inches down. Actually, maybe about 4. Yeah, that's good. There is a lot of excess on the edge, edges of this, so I am actually going to cut it. Oh, look at this, the light actually helps me see the grit lines better. So I'm just going to use that to get more symmetry, get this excess off the ends. Sometimes you just figure things out as you go along, just like life. All right. Now, this transfer is printed in reverse. So when you place it and press it, it's going to transfer onto the garment right side up, obviously. Some people use like tape and stuff to hold it down in place. That probably would be helpful, but I don't feel like going through all that. Okay, yep, so that's good. All right, now back onto the press we go, and this press, it actually regulates the temperature itself. I don't know if you noticed, but see, it just changed from 348 to 347, and it'll go back up to about 350, 355 on its own, which is nice, but also not nice sometimes because it can get a little bit too hot, and then you have to adjust the time and pressure that you use to put the transfer on the garment. So I like to line it up like the tag center, as close to center as possible, with the actual hot plate at the bottom, or the heating element, whatever it is called. And remember, the shirt is threaded onto the heat press upside down. So let's hope I don't put this on upside down, because that has happened before, and if it does, y'all get to see it here first live and can laugh at me. Okay. It's a little bit too low. Move this up just a bit. Excellent. Okay, we are ready to press. Oh, almost forgot. Craft paper can be helpful to prevent scorching when you're doing the pressing of the transfers onto the garment. So there's like a waxy side and there's like a dull side. I'm not sure which side you're supposed to use, to be honest with you. I kind of just go back and forth with whatever works, trial and error. Let me just slide that underneath without moving the transfer out of place, because that would be catastrophic, and then we would have our design like crooked or some weird stuff like that, which has happened before. All right, now let's press. And I have it set for 8 seconds. We'll see if that's good enough. I hope y'all are enjoying this. All right, it's ready. Lift up, swing away. And this is a hot peel, so that means that you want to peel the transfer while it's still hot. Let's see if it even took first. Let me get out the way so y'all can see this. Okay, just a little bit more time. It's almost where it needs to be. And also, when you use craft paper on top of your transfers, you may need to increase the amount of time and pressure that you use on the heat press. So, all right, let's see. Hopefully I didn't overpress it and scorch it. see how much easier that came off? Oh, uh-oh. Party foul. All right, this logo guy right here is having some difficulty. We're going to leave the craft paper out this time. Okay. Again, a lot of this is trial and error. The manual and directions say one thing, but in real life, it can be something totally different. So you adjust. It's still not where it needs to be. I don't know if y'all saw that, but you will. Alright. I don't know why that turned out like that. That's weird. There's like a little crack at the bottom of the logo where it seems like the transfer like separated or something. I don't know what happened. But another hack, trick, whatever, that I do when things like this happen, because they do happen, is I take the craft paper and lay it on top of the garment after I've already put the transfer on, and then I just press it again. To make sure that it really adheres to the garment. That did help. Alright, so let me show you what I'm talking about. This would happen my first time going live. Alright, so everything looks decent, right? Except this part right there at the bottom, the logo. These glasses make me look weird. Let me take those off. So, closer look. There's like a little crack at the bottom. So obviously this is not something that I would sell to anyone. This is something I'll just keep for a demo and we'll fix with another tool at a later date. So, but anyway, this is how I heat press the tie-dye, custom tie-dye shirts with the PREVAEL logo. So this is one. And since it's still like kind of hot, you don't want to like fold it or like have it bent up or anything like that, because you can actually screw up the transfer even more when you do that. So this is the second shirt. Let me show it to y'all. Another reverse tie-dye. This size is a large, and we're going to do the black, bold PREVAEL logo, center chest placement, just like the last one. Hopefully with much better results this time. Okay, so start at the bottom of the shirt, open it up, thread it onto the bottom heating element. Use a tag to try to like make sure that the shirt is centered. All right. Okay, now we're gonna do the press, the pre-press as I call it, to get any moisture and wrinkles out before we do the full press. Let me actually tighten up the pressure. This is the pressure gauge or whatever right here, so that it applies more pressure when we press it. And hopefully the transfer won't have that issue like we had this past time. Just for a few seconds, not the full amount. All right, nice and smooth. I'm not gonna take it off this time. I'm gonna leave it right there. trim off some of this excess from the sides. I almost forgot that I was live for a second. I'm trying to like be engaged with y'all, but I don't really know what to say. It's my first time. You gotta start somewhere. But thank y'all for sticking with me. Alright, so time to place it. Again, we're looking for about 4 inches from the neckline. Yep, that's about right. A lot of this is just eyeballing. You gotta have the eye for this stuff. I mean, they make tools and contraptions that you can use to measure it, blah, blah, blah. Some people may need that, but not me. Craft paper. All right. Slide it over top of the transfer. Now it's at 351, 2, 3. Let's get up to 5. Come on. 3, 4. All right, we just gonna go. Counting down. This is actually a prototype tie-dye shirt that my daughter did. What do y'all think? I think it's cute. And again, this is a hot peel. So we peel it while it's still hot. Y'all see that? Out of the way, thank you. We're gonna press it one more time without the craft paper. Alright. Somebody pray for this shirt. Oh, thank you, Lord. Look at that. Much, much better. And for good measure, put the craft paper over top. And just give it a press for a few seconds to make sure it's really adhered to the garment. Smooths it out. Yes, yes, yes. I wish I could play like music in the background because that's how it usually be when I'm down here. I've got some trap, all kinds of music, 90s grunge, whatever, but can't play music. I'm not trying to get hit with a copyright violation, so silence it is. Here's the reveal. Much better, as you can see. And this, again, not a size I would wear, but this is a size large. And this is the second tie-dye shirt with our transfer press on it. Let me not fold it because it's still warm. Okay, so that's number 2. And the third one is very special. So for those of you who have actually stuck around or maybe are just now tuning in to the live show, you'll see that this shirt is very similar to the one that I have on. My daughter made both of these shirts, these tie-dye purple and pink combinations, abstract, just dye wherever, and they came out amazing. So we're gonna put a logo on this. All about branding. Branding, branding, branding. Do you consider yourself a brand? I've always considered myself a brand, even when I was working in the corporate arena in a different life. I considered myself a brand. So, meaning that anything that I did, any work product that I produced, like anything with my name on it, had to be of a certain caliber because that's just the way I operate. So, the same goes for Prevail, and that philosophy holds true to what I do with these garments and essentials that I design, create, manufacture, and ultimately put out there for y'all to wear and to rock. So, all right, we're centered using the tag. Give it a good pre-press. This live stuff got me tired, like, it's exhausting. Or maybe it's the heat from this daggone heat press. Get the wrinkles and the moisture out. Maybe one day when I do a live show, I'll actually like be able to answer questions and like engage with y'all. But right now I just can't handle it. So at least I am self-aware of that. I ain't gonna try to drive myself crazy answering questions and trying to do a live show for the first time at the same time. Like, no. All right, getting the excess. This is the last one. This one's a medium, about 4 inches down from the neckline. But there we are. Okay. I'm not going to use craft paper this time because I feel like this craft paper is part of the daggone problem. So we're just going to go in. We just going to go in. See what it's looking like. Oh my goodness. Wow. So, okay, no craft paper for whatever reason. Not doing that again. Sometimes it works, sometimes it makes things worse. That's really weird. But again, it's trial and error. You gotta figure out what works best for you and what is up to your quality standards and what your clients like. So I am going to use the craft paper though, just to seal the transfer on, just a few seconds. Yes, oh my gosh. I love this, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness, what do y'all think? Out of the 3, this one is totally my favorite. And it's a medium. This is a unisex cut shirt, so it's a little boxier than how I would normally wear, but to each his own. It's centered. It's so pretty. Love, love, love this one. So let's just go over what we have and what we did. All right, so this was our first one. Remember, this joint has a little crack right here. Wasn't really too happy with that, but be that as it may, let me turn this thing off or burn myself. So that was number 1. See, if I knew how to like really work this live thing, I would do a poll and like have a poll going for you all to vote on which one is your favorite, but I'm just not there yet. Sorry. So number 1, this is our second press. Better than the first, but still not quite where I want it to be. Not quite up to my QC standards. And then the third and final one, I guess maybe the third time's the charm, yeah? This one is totally my favorite. So beautiful. Decorated by my daughter. Maybe that's why it came out so awesome. I bet you that's it. Such a blessed child I have. Thank you, Lord. All right, so that's it. I did a live show, whatever you call this, and it was awkward. It still is awkward, but it wasn't as bad as like I thought it would be. So yeah, here's, like, I've done so much of this stuff already and you guys just haven't seen the process, but this is one that I did some time ago and it's up on the website on our shop for sale. But just like for comparison, this one has obviously a white logo, but these 3 are the first ones of the tie-dye version that I've done with the black logo, and I really like the black logo. But it's not really more so what I like. What do y'all like? Comment, message, connect with me and let me know. And I hope you were entertained. Be blessed, y'all. Prevail. Check us out. Comment, subscribe, like, follow, and all that good stuff to keep up with the brand and join us along our journey. How do you stop this? How do you stop it? Oh my gosh. It's still on. Great.